In a quiet little village surrounded by green fields and dusty roads lived a brother and sister. Life had not been kind to them. Their parents had passed away when they were young, leaving the brother with a heavy responsibility. Though he was still young himself, the brother stepped into the role of a guardian. He worked as a daily laborer at a construction company, carrying bricks under the scorching sun, mixing cement with his bare hands, and lifting heavy stones until his body ached. His palms were rough, his clothes were worn, and sometimes there wasn't enough food at home. But he never complained. His only dream was to give his little sister a better life than the one he had. The sister, innocent and full of hope, studied hard. Each evening, when her brother returned home exhausted, she would run to him with her school books, showing him the gold stars her teacher had given. And every time, his tired face lit up with pride. For him, those stars were brighter than the sun. Years passed, and the little girl grew into a confident young woman. She completed her education and found a good job in the city. On the day she left for work, her brother stood silently at the bus stop. His eyes filled with tears, but his heart was full of pride. He had raised her well. He had given her wings. In the city, life was fast and full of opportunities. The sister adapted quickly. She worked hard and earned respect in her office. Among her colleagues was a kind-hearted young man who admired her simplicity. One day, he gathered the courage to confess his feelings. He told her that he loved her and wanted to spend his life with her. At first, she refused. She was unsure, afraid that love might distract her from the dreams her brother had built for her. But the young man did not give up. He was gentle, patient, and sincere. Over time, she realized that his love was pure. When he asked her again, she finally said yes. They began to meet often. They shared meals, laughed. When the truth finally reached him, the brother was furious. When she asked for his blessing to marry the man, he refused angrily. Heartbroken but determined, the sister left the village. She married the man she loved without her brother's approval. For a few months, life seemed like a dream. They laughed, traveled, and planned for a bright future. She thought she had proved her brother wrong, but soon, things began to change. Her husband started neglecting his work. One night, after drinking heavily, he lost control completely. In his rage, he hurt her badly, wounding not only her body but her soul. Broken, bleeding, and filled with despair, she sat alone in the darkness of her room. For the first time, she thought of ending her life. But then, through her tears, one face appeared before her eyes. Her brother, the man who had sacrificed everything for her. The man she had left behind. When she reached the small house, the brother came out. She wept in his arms like a child, and he stroked her hair gently. "No matter what happened," he whispered, "you will always be my sister. This is your home." A few weeks later, her husband arrived in the village. But this time, he was not the same man. His eyes were full of guilt and regret. He fell at her feet and begged for forgiveness. He promised to change, to give up his bad habits, and to become the man she had once loved. The brother looked at his sister. It was her decision now. And though her heart was still heavy with pain, she chose forgiveness. Together, they started a new chapter of their lives. The wounds of the past were deep, but with love, patience, and forgiveness, they slowly began to heal. And so, in that small village, where a brother's sacrifice and a sister's love had endured so many trials, life continued. This time with hope, with unity, and with the promise that no matter how broken the past may be,